Welcome to the Tapojärvi Innovation Challenge 2025 final. 4 teams. 1 goal. Turn industrial side streams into value and move decisively towards a low-carbon future. Reducing the environmental impact of industry requires bold action and a steadfast commitment to creating new solutions. By advancing technologies and innovations that utilize side streams, we conserve natural resources and take crucial steps towards sustainable practices and a low-carbon society. The competition allows students to explore the challenges of circular economy in an industrial scale. By applying their skills to real-world problems, students can develop innovative solutions that have the potential to further grow into actual service products. The 2025 Innovation Challenge marks the 4th edition of the competition. What began as a national challenge for Finnish students grew into a truly international event in 2023, when Tapojärvi and EIT Raw Materials joined forces to elevate the competition to an even higher level. Powered by an unrivaled network of students, partners, and industry professionals, EIT Raw Materials provides unique access to the full metals and minerals value chain, while Tapojärvi provides expertise and an authentic industrial setting for the development of novel solutions. The competition is seeking innovative, replicable, and scalable solutions that accelerate the development of industrial circular economy by utilizing the side streams from steel, mining, and forest industries. Once again, the competition attracted applications from around the world. 37 teams, 110 students from 35 different countries. Today, the finalists will present their innovations to an international jury. Good luck for tonight! Welcome to the Tapojärvi Innovation Challenge 2025 final.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final of the 2025 Tapojärvi Innovation Challenge. I'm Simon Cohen, and I'll be the host for this Innovation Challenge. For those who wonder where they saw me before, I was part of the team that won the challenge in 2023. So same challenge, different place. Today we are at the Snow Castle here in Kemi, Finland. We're gathered for innovation, but also to celebrate Tapojärvi's 70th anniversary. So happy anniversary to Tapojärvi. So, diving deeper into the competition. It's an international student competition. It's held for the 4th time, like we just heard. What we've asked is that teams had to seek solutions to challenges in the circular economy and sustainable industry. Today, you're going to see 4 teams that came from across Europe, and their idea will be judged on innovation, feasibility, business potential, profitability, and impacts by a jury of experts in circular economy development, international business, and financial strategy. Member of our jury, Mauri Kauppi, board member of Tapojärvi, Timo Kurti, chair of the board at Antimony, and Roger Keisu, senior finance and banking consultant. Big round of applause for our jury tonight. But bear with me, as the audience will have a chance to vote, to award the prize of the public. And finally, I will add that each team will have 5 minutes to present their idea and 5 extra minutes to answer the questions from the jury. Without further ado, let's dive into the pitching. And I'll call Team Echro to prepare while we watch a video about the circular economy commitments of Tapojärvi.
Itsekö on isä ja haluaa, että lapsillekin jäävi jotakin muutakin kuin niitä jätevuoria, niin lapsille pyrkii opettamaan, että kaikkea pitää kierrättää, niin miksi ihmiset ei kierrättäisi myös tuolla isossa teollisessa mittakaavassa?
Sivuvirtoja, jotka päätyy jätteeksi, että jos niitä ei käsitellä ja niille ei löydetä uusia käyttökohteita, niin sittenhän nämä tuhannet tonnit ja miljoonat tonnit päätyy luontoon. Se ei tunnu hyvältä ajatukselta ja se ei ole kestävää eikä vastuullista millään tavalla.
Ja siihen me tähdätään, että jätteitä ei syntyisi niin kuin ollenkaan, että saataisiin niin kuin kaikki tuotteistettua.
Me ollaan Tapojärvellä oltu pitkään palvelutuottajia ja me ollaan nähty näitä mahdollisia sivuvirtoja ja ollaan huomattu, että siellä läheskään kaikkea ei hyödynnetä, niin kuin niiden potentiaali antaisi mahdollisuuden.
Tapojärvihän keskittyy ensisijaisesti terästeollisuuden, kaivosteollisuuden, puunjalostusteollisuuden sekä elektroniikan romun käsittelyn ja hyötyaineiden talteen ottamiseen.
Tällä hetkellähän meillä on useampi eri rikastamo, missä käsitellään terästehtaiden kuonia. Kuonahan on semmoista sivuvirtatuotetta, jossa on arvokkaita mineraaleja, metalleja ja meidän hommana on sitten ottaa ne mahdollisimman tarkasti talteen.
Teräspuolella voisiko sanoa, että kiertotalouden ehkä paras esimerkki on Tornion terästehdas, jossa 95% käytetään niin kuin kierrätysterästä.
Tapojärvi on kehitellyt erilaisia sementtejä, joilla pystytään korvaamaan nykyään käytössä olevaa perinteistä sementtiä ja tämän hiilijalanjälki on paljon pienempi kuin nykyään käytössä olevan perinteisen sementin hiilijalanjälki.
Kaivoksilla kun joudutaan sivukivikasoja peittämään, siihen olemme kehittäneet geopolymeerin, jossa me voimme käyttää kuonia. Kun mennään vielä vähän asteita eteenpäin, niin meillä on sitten näitä tuotteita, jotka voi käydä kemian teollisuuteen, jopa kosmetiikkateollisuuteen, elintarviketeollisuuteen, hyvinkin monen käyttötarkoitukseen.
Meillä on 20 ihmisen asiantuntijaryhmä, jota me kutsutaan kehitystiimiksi, ja heidän tehtävänä on löytää erilaisia ratkaisuja sivuvirroille ja jätteille eri teollisuuden aloilta. Ja sitten kun me löydetään joku tämmöinen idea, joka tuntuu, että tämä on nyt tarkemman tutkimisen arvoinen, niin sitä aletaan testaamaan ensin pienemmässä mittakaavassa laboratoriossa, sitten vähän suuremmin pilottina ja sitten täyden tuotannon skaalauksena, jonka jälkeen se on valmis kaupallistettavaksi.
Esimerkiksi teräskuonan käsittelyt tuolla Italiassa. Ternin laitos toimii keskellä kaupunkia, eikä ole tilaa läjittää näitä raaka-aineita enää yhtään enempää, niin olemme sitoutuneet siihen, että me ratkaisemme nämä paikalliset tilaongelmat plus sitten myös se, että saadaan nämä tuotteet oikeina tuotteina markkinoille.
Jokaisella tehtaalla, kaivoksella, siellä on omanlainen systeemi ja omanlaisensa laitteisto. Ja se on räätälöity ja viilattu sitä varten, että juuri siellä sen saitin materiaali, niin se saataisiin mahdollisimman hyvin talteen.
Tapojärvi on avaamassa uudelleen vanhaa Rautuvaran kaivosta Kolarissa. Kaivoksen uudelleen avaaminen on tärkeää siksi, että siellä on edelleen jäljellä hyödyntämättömiä varantoja. Ja jos ajatellaan vaikka huoltovarmuutta, niin ne kuparivarannot, jotka siellä on merkittävässä roolissa meidän tulevaisuutta ajatellen.
Jos ajatellaan akkumineraaleja, niin Eurooppa on hyvin pitkälle tuontiraaka-aineen varassa.
Kaivosteollisuutta itsessään ei monesti mielletä oikein yhteenkuuluvaksi kiertotalouden kanssa.
Se, että vanhan kaivos avataan, niin on omalla tavalla jo kiertotaloutta.
Meillä on Tapojärvellä useampi kehityshanke menossa tällä hetkellä, jossa tutkitaan eri kiertotaloustuotteiden mahdollisuuksia kaivosteollisuudessa.
Mitä enemmän me pystytään hyödyntämään kiertomateriaalia, niin totta kai sillä on vaikutusta siihen, että vähemmän tarvitaan sitten louhia neitseellisiä materiaaleja.
Minun suuri haave on, että joskus kaivosteollisuus ja kiertotalous kuuluu tiiviisti yhteen. Me ollaan Tapojärvellä aina oltu rohkeita kokeilemaan uusia asioita ja tekemään asioita järkevästi ja tehokkaasti. Ja me koetaan, että teollinen kiertotalous tulee olemaan valtavassa roolissa koko maailmassa tulevaisuudessa.
Maailma tarvitsee kestävää kehitystä. Maailma tarvitsee digitalisointia, sähköistystä. Siihen tarvitaan raaka-aineita, siihen tarvitaan mineraaleja. kaikki, mitä vain pystytään ottamaan kiertotavarasta irti, ne täytyy ottaa uudelleen hyötykäyttöön.
Ja toivoa, että omat lapset sais asua semmoisessa maailmassa, missä itse on päässyt asumaan. Että on ollut puhasta ilmaa, mitä hengittää ja on voinut järveen juossa uimaan. Ja jos nyt ei yhtään tähän panostettaisi eikä teollista kiertotaloutta olisi, niin aika synkät olisi tulevaisuuden näkymä. Mutta toisinpäin käännettynä taas, että jos me panostamme tähän, niin kyllä meillä on mahdollisuuksia taas jälkipolville jättää paljon parempi maailma.
Me halutaan jatkossakin olla teollisen kiertotalouden edelläkävijä.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Now, this afternoon I want us to play a game. And really, I really want you to play it with me. Now, in this game, you are a CEO with two investment options. The first, invest in premium steel production, or you buy some slag. So tell me, dear CEOs, which of these options is truly worth your money? Option one or option two? One or two? Two. Well, I mean, for most of us here, probably option one is what we're thinking. But then what if I told you that option two could generate for you 20 million euros in 5 years? I know it sounds insane, but in 4 minutes, Tega, Mavi, and myself will show you exactly how we hope to turn the problem of slag into Tapojärvi's next big success story. You see, around the world today, 52 million tons of steel slag is produced. And with these productions come high amounts of CO2 emissions and chromium content, which is toxic to our environment. So to handle this problem, different hydro and pyro methods have been developed. But they are either energy intensive or not eco-friendly, which we don't want. Well, the good news is this. Our team has built the best fit solution.
And here comes our solution, Echro, emissions capture and chromium recovery. Echro aims to fill in the gaps within the status quo by providing a process that is both energy efficient and environmentally friendly. Echro extracts chromium from toxic stainless steel slag while valorizing the residual elements into carbon capture materials. Now, how does the process look like? Well, the novelty of our process is that we combine both the hydro and pyrometallurgy to decrease the energy requirement while obtaining high purity chromium. The process goes like this. The stainless steel slag will be alkali roasted, followed by grinding and leaching. The pregnant leach solution then will be separated by the filter press, where the liquid phase goes to precipitation and calcination to obtain high purity chromium. The wastewater, on the other hand, will be treated for reuse. Now, the solid residues from the filter press will be further processed into carbon capture materials. Some will go directly to the market, and some will be used to capture our own CO2 emissions. This means our process is fully circular and net zero. Nothing gets wasted, even our waste. Now, Maria will talk about Raha.
Of course. So, we are aligned with SDGs 6, 9, 12, and 14 by recirculating our reagents, reducing the waste, and of course, generating high purity chromium. So we work on a B2B model for chromium oxide chemistry industries. For carbon capture materials, we focus on construction and energy sectors. And by 2030, our market will reach 28 billion euros. We see Finland as our entry market because it's a leader in sustainability, but of course, the biggest consumer of chromium oxide in Europe. So, what sets Echro apart? We don't just take the waste and generate a carbon capture material. We actually see what is valuable inside and extract. So, to invest in Echro, we seek 900,000 euros initial investment for a pilot project in 2026, with a total investment of 12 million euros, reaching our break-even point in our 4th year. And for each euro invested, you get 4 euros back. So, We aim to achieve 1% of the European chromium market in 5 years, reaching full commercial growth by 2030. And this is the right team to take Echro further. Composed of me, Maria, the CEO, a specialist in environmental assessment and business development, Tegar, our CTO, responsible for pyrometallurgy, and of course, he's a PhD candidate now, and Oguna, our CFO, PhD candidate in artificial intelligence, and also mineral resource assessment. So, we are Echro. Make the most of your ways with us. And check our website.
Thank you. First of all, I want to warmly welcome all teams to Tapojärvi Challenge final day. And I would like to thank Echro team effort for the good and interesting presentation for chromium, relating to chrome recovery. I have one question concerning your presentation. If the slag has a chromium content 15 to 20%, does it have to select it separately? No, normally chromium content is clearly lower in slag.
Of course. So what we aim here, I have 3 points to bring regarding this question. So the first thing is that as we work with pyrometallurgical processes, it's important to consider that the high-grade ores or wastes will be better processed. So it will be important to focus on high-grade ores at first. And the second thing is that, of course, it is challenging to bring all of these processes together, so it's important for us to test and verify the uniformity of our material together, so the chemical composition, and ensure that it's uniform to optimize it and achieve the best process as possible. And of course, with the mentoring from Tapojärvi and also regarding the literature reviews we made, we achieve 6% chromium content as our medium target. So of course, high content chromium is well desired for pyrometallurgical processes, but we can go even lower values. Thank you.
Thank you. Part of chromium oxide in stainless steel slag is typically bound in spinel structure. It's not so easy to dig it out. How can you sort out this problem, especially when targeting to high purity product?
Thank you for the question. It is indeed true that chromium products exist in 2 states in stainless steel slag, like you said, in spinel structure, where it is embedded in silicate matrix, which makes it difficult to liberate. This is why most conventional process use roasting with sodium carbonate, but it requires high temperature. High temperature meaning higher energy, meaning higher costs, more expensive. But what's so special about our process is that we combine both the hydro and pyro to decrease the energy requirement, and of course, lower energy requirement, lower costs, and cheaper operation. On top of that, we also produce carbon capture materials. So it's a dual value solution. You get the best of both worlds.
Okay, thank you.
Well, your project shows great potential in achieving higher chromium recovery with lower climate impact. However, your financial projections seem to rely on quite optimistic price assumptions for chromium. How have you accounted for the risk that an increased supply, possibly from similar recycling innovations, could drive chrome prices down? And how would such a market shift affect the viability of your business model?
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, for the question. So the very first thing we'll do, because definitely price changes is very much expected in markets. So when there is any such 10% price change as you have mentioned, the first thing we'll do is to assess first what are the drivers behind this change. And this could be government policies, this could be oversupply in the market, or even our competitors. As soon as we can clearly decide that, I think the next plan for us as a team is then to now define probably find ways to optimize our cost structure. One of such ways could probably be to drop non-essential projects for the meantime so that we can redirect costs to things that really matter, like basically optimizing the whole way our cost operations run. Or we can even offer bundling services to our consumers from a marketing perspective, that we're also offering you some carbon capture materials. So with the chromium you're buying, you also get extra value for it, plus the green additive to it. But beyond all this thing, our team also did some extra work to do some real scenario modeling. We actually built, if you scan the QR code that came up a few moments ago, we actually built an AI agent that allows you to find ways to adjust prices, adjust production volume, and see what you need to change as a team if it gives you good results or not. We actually have this in display currently online. And when we did our own estimations, our pricing only changes in chromium by 10% affected our overall profits by just about 900,000 euros. Meaning we still get a good capital efficiency ratio, maybe not 4 euros to 1 euro, it becomes 3.8 euros to 1 euro. But Tapojärvi still gets good profit at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Team Echro. What a first clear and impactful presentation. So let's continue with our second team, GeoCura. And in the meantime, I propose that we learn a bit more about the TapoEco product family.
In industry, millions of tons of different side streams are generated annually, burdening nature. We need various circular economy solutions where side streams can be utilized and reused. This way, side streams do not end up as waste. Tapojärvi has developed circular economy solutions that have resulted in the TapoEco product family, whose products are made from industrial side streams. The benefits of these circular products are directly reflected in both the economy and the environment. By productizing side streams, the amount of mined minerals decreases. Natural resources are conserved and the carbon footprint is reduced. The amount of material destined for disposal decreases. Tapojärvi's process enables the handling and productization of any industrial side stream, allowing reusable materials to be returned to production. TapoEco product family consists of 5 product categories, whose products and services can be utilized in the construction, mining, and chemical industries. These circular economy products can be used, for example, as base and cover materials in infrastructure construction. Together with our extensive TapoEco expert team, Tapojärvi also offers services and solutions for the research, development, and production of new circular economy products. TapoEco, a new life for industrial side streams.
This is an image of a site where all the waste from a copper mine in the Alentejo region of Portugal is dumped. And this map shows you all the places around the world where such sites are actively present. Statistically speaking, this means over 12 billion tons of mining waste is being produced annually. It begs the question, what can we do about this highly pollutant material? As a team composed of mining and materials engineers, we decided to look into the composition of this material and found that it was mainly composed of silica, alumina, and a whole lot of heavy metals. It's the same composition required to make concrete. But what's the problem with traditional concrete? Traditional concrete degrades, costing approximately 2.3 trillion euros annually to repair and maintain damaged concrete structures. Yet, it is not sustainable, accounting for 8% of global CO2 emissions. We need a new take on an old material. And therefore, we came up with the idea of a bioconcrete, made by reutilizing mine tailings, incorporating self-healing bacteria, and made through geopolymerization. GeoCura promotes circularity by using waste as primary raw materials. We're reducing CO2 emissions by using an environmentally friendly process. And finally, we're saving on maintenance cost by improving the lifespan of the concrete. We also consistently perform better on all environmental metrics compared to traditional concrete. What's the current solution? The current solution is using cement, a high CO2 emitter, adding it to water to make binder. Then we add sand to the binder to make mortar, and finally add stones to the mortar to make concrete. We simplify the whole value chain. We make our binder using fly ash and other waste side stream, add sodium hydroxide to it, then mix it with our mine tailings and our self-healing agent, cure it at 60 degrees for 24 hours to make the GeoCura concrete block. This technology is adaptable to current existing concrete production facilities. You just need to reduce the moisture content of the tailings to a certain degree and homogeneously mix it with other raw materials. Then you need an oven to cure it at 60 degrees for 24 hours, making GeoCura concrete block. But how does the self-healing work? You might be curious. A new technology. Whenever there's a crack in the concrete, it is exposed to CO2 and moisture in the air. The self-healing agent reacts with these components in the air, thereby producing green limestone and healing the crack. This can be applied to a vast variety of different applications like roads, bridges, highways, and any kind of precast concrete structure needed by the construction industry. Talking about the customers, our customers are primarily infrastructure industry, making roads, bridges, and highways, and construction companies focused on making buildings and houses. We're offering them an improved lifespan of concrete. We're offering them a lower maintenance cost, and we're offering them a greener alternative compared to follow a growing trend of stricter regulations. And finally, we're also offering them stronger, if not comparable, mechanical properties to the current solution. Currently in the market, there are companies that are utilizing mine waste and trying to make concrete out of it. There are also companies making self-healing agents independently. And there are companies that are focused on using geopolymerization to make concrete. We are in a distinct position. We combine all these three key features into one, thereby making us stand out in the market. The current market size is valued at a whopping 175 billion euros. Within it, the sustainable aviation market is geopolymer construction material market, valued at 20 billion euros. And finally, the niche market that we are targeted at is the geopolymer construction material market, valued at 14 billion euros with an annual growth rate of 30%. To capture this, we're looking to raise funds of 400,000 euros. We will make concrete that will cost us 50 euros per meter square, while we'll price it at 90 euros per meter square, which is lower than the price of existing similar concrete application materials, which means the market entry for us will be a lot easier as it is cheaper compared to the current existing solution. Finally, we aim to achieve this by either partnering with a company as big as Tapojärvi or finding funding ourselves and making products and sales. Right now, we've already achieved a minimum viable product, which means that we have entered a market validation phase where we will be testing out different companies interested in buying the concrete. Next, we want to certify and test our material using a European testing agency. Then we enter the pilot production phase, where this is why we need the funding for. And lastly, launching our company officially in January 2028. This is a team of highly skilled engineers with over 25 years of experience in the mining and construction industry, now looking to revolutionize concrete. I'll leave you with a quote. Concrete is the second most used substance on Earth after water. Greening is not optional, it is essential. Join us as we do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your excellent out-of-the-box presentation. I've never heard bacteria being utilized this way. But my question is related to bacteria, that what is the lifespan of bacteria? If the concrete using your technology is demolished after 5 years or 10 years, is it still workable? And is this crushed material reusable?
Thank you for your question. So the bacteria we chose is the Bacillus sphaericus, and then it is fine for the alkaline conditions of the concrete. And then its lifespan, research shows that it can last for about 20 to 100 years of decades. They vary, but research shows this. And then it continues to remain dormant in the crack. As long as water and cracks get exposed, then it reactivates. But its dormancy, it is there for decades and then over 100 years, as research shows. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
How can this new material be reinforced by rebar? Thinking about corrosion and thermal expansion.
Yes, our product is reinforced with steel because composition of our product is alkaline, not acidic. That's why it can be resisting environment. Also, it's our benefit to have reinforced in the concrete because due to low temperature or high temperature, it can be expand or contract that structure. During the happening, micro cracks can be appear in the structure, which it can be healed by our self-healing agents.
Thank you.
Well, your bioconcrete innovation with self-healing properties is impressive and highly relevant for a sustainable construction. However, moving from laboratory success to large-scale market adoption often requires overcoming significant technical and regulatory hurdles. How do you plan to address challenges related to production, scalability, certification, and convincing the construction industry to adopt a novel material with unproven long-term performance in real-world conditions?
Thank you very much for the question. I think it's a really important question because we are operating in a very conservative industry, which is not willing to adopt new innovative materials. But I think Europe is looking forward. Within Europe, they are testing certifications which are separate for traditional material, and they've now adopted new certification for new innovative materials. The way is challenging, but I think Europe is ready to adopt it. For scalability, there have been examples in the market of companies that have developed only self-healing agents and spraying it on existing concrete structures. There's a big example in Amsterdam where they covered the road in Amsterdam from the Schiphol airport to the Central station with a self-healing agent to improve the lifespan of concrete by 15 years. I think the future looks very optimistic, and we're heading forward to make sure that we have a part in it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team GeoCura. So, halfway there. I hope you're enjoying the different ideas. Next team up is Team Kaabricks. And while they prepare, I propose that we have a look at Tapojärvi circular products, how they are developed from research to production.
The amount of industrial side streams that are unutilized at the moment require new solutions for our greener future. Eco-Innovation Research Center works as a part of R&D department and enables study, sampling, and analysis of side streams. Our aim is to provide our customers a more sustainable way to use their side streams that are now going in as a landfill. In addition of laboratory testing, we also go to our industrial partners and make pilot tests. In these pilot tests, we test our produced materials and solutions in real-world conditions. In this facility, we have developed a road aid product that can be used in industrial scale. We call it GeoFix. It is a part of our TapoEco product family.
TapoEco Production Center was established here in Keminmaa because we already have a quarry at the place for aggregates, but it is also a very good location considering all the mining and steel industry here in northern Finland and northern Sweden. The validation of circular economy products is not a simple task. Here at the TapoEco Production Center, we are able to make sure that the production process and the products meet all the criteria. We can also make customer deliveries from the TapoEco Production Center.
TapoEco Production Center on Tapojärven kehittämä matalahiilisten sideaineiden ja massojen valmistuslaitos, jossa teollisuuden sivuvirrat voidaan jalostaa uusiksi tuotteiksi, esimerkiksi sementiksi ja betoniksi. Täällä uudet reseptit voidaan myös testata teollisessa mittakaavassa ennen markkinoille vientiä. TapoEco Production Center on rakentanut betoniaseman vanhasta asfalttiasemasta ja sekoitusasemassa vain yksi laite on uusi. Kaikki muut koneita, siiloja ja laitteita myöten ovat vanhoista kunnostettuja ja muokattuja. TapoEco Production Centerissä tehdään testivaluja, testireseptejä ja sekoituksia joka päivä. Voimme tehdä ruiskubetonitestejä, asfaltin paikkaustestejä. Meillä on myös pieni labra, missä voimme tehdä puristustestejä sekä rakeisuustestejä.
Tapoeco products are one part of the green transition in Europe. But we cannot do it alone. We need the cooperation with our partners, with our customers and authorities to be successful in the green transition.
This is a clay brick.
And this is a cement brick.
Do you know what they have in common?
They're both part of one of the most resource-intensive industries on Earth. Clay bricks are very energy-intensive to produce, and cement bricks, nearly 8% of CO2 emissions associated.
Well, it's not just what we build, it's what we waste. I worked in the mining industry and I've seen firsthand how millions of tons of waste are produced each year. Most of it just sits there in landfill, tailings, piles, forever. Just in Finland alone, 47 million tons of waste rocks are produced every single year.
And I work in the textile industry, where I discover how much we generate every year. Here in Finland, 70,000 tons of textile waste are produced annually. That's the volume of 140 swimming pools every year. This has become such a concern that the EU will now pass a law making fast fashion brands responsible for their waste.
Construction is supposed to build the future, right? But it's still stuck in the past, relying on the same old tools that pollute and consume.
This is the exact problem we were thinking about 9 months ago. And that's when it clicked. What if we stop viewing waste as a problem, but instead we see it as a resource? That's why we joined together and created Kaabricks to create a 100% waste-based brick.
But dear CTO, does it work?
Of course, we start by collecting both mining and textile waste. Then we characterize them using XRF analysis to ensure that we comply with the regulations for using mining waste in construction. Next, we blend them with waste-derived binders such as gypsum and lime. The result is a process that cures at room temperature and also making a brick 100% waste-based.
Our results show that our compressive and flexural strands are within the range for application for masonry application. But that's not all. Since we are using textiles and they are very light, we are producing bricks that are 25% more lightweight than the traditional options, and this significantly lowers the transportation costs. Other than that, also we offer better acoustic insulation and thermal insulation, also decreasing the energy and the heat required for heating up the buildings. And even more amazingly, Kaabricks show a stress recovery mechanism. As you can see in the video, even after being cracked, the fibers are holding the bricks together. Imagine this, for example, in a situation of an earthquake. Having this enhanced toughness could give people more precious seconds before the structure collapses for them to evacuate.
And we're incredibly sustainable too. We cut between 70 and 80% of the impact compared to traditional materials, and even 90% in some categories like resource use. But why are we here today?
For Tapojärvi, we can valorize your waste, create a new business stream, and make Tapojärvi even more greener. We provide a sustainable alternate to the construction sector to help it comply with circular economy goals.
With Tapojärvi, we plan to bring this product to the construction market for a profit. Our estimated manufacturing cost is just 10 cents per brick. This gives us a 60% profit margin, selling the bricks at 25 cents each.
But dear CFO, does it make money?
Well, of course. Currently, we are at TRL 4. We have a lab prototype, as you can see as well. So with an investment of 1.5 million, which we will use to further advance our R&D, do more piloting, and get facilities up to market launch, we plan to be in the market by 2027, break even by 2028, and have an EBITDA of 3 million by 2031.
So this is the market that we're aiming for right now. We're looking to get into the masonry and insulation market in Finland, which is 515 million euros. But since our product will be sustainable and green, we are looking for a 4 times growth expectancy, as you can see by the 11% CAGR. And actually, we already began making a network of companies to valorize their waste and even potential clients. We have joined many bootcamps and conferences to showcase our potential. Just to give you some examples, we awarded 2 prizes at the largest entrepreneurship course in Europe, and we became the semi-finalist at the EIT Jump Started Accelerator.
We are the perfect team to further develop Kaabricks, as we have all the necessary skills. We mentioned mining work experience and textile work experience, but also deep knowledge of circularity and sustainable construction.
We come from 4 different countries, even 4 different continents, but we join together in our passion towards sustainability and their drive to make a change.
So we are not alone. We have amazing support from business developers and experts from civil engineering. And together, just like them, join us and let's transform waste to wonders.
Well, I want to thank you for a brilliant idea to renew one of the world's oldest building materials through a relatively simple process. Your innovation shows great potential in utilizing industrial waste products to create superior bricks. However, scaling up and entering a highly standardized construction market can be challenging. How do you plan to overcome potential barriers related to certification, market acceptance, and long-term supply consistency of the waste materials used?
Thank you very much for the question. So I will start with your third question. In terms of the variation of the mining waste, in our case, we only look for mining waste that, or rather, most of the mining waste has the same characteristic, which is silica, alumina, and some amount of magnesium. And we characterize, starting with XRF, to, as I mentioned earlier, to ensure that we are compliant. And when we add our binders, a pozzolanic activity happens. So we can use either waste rocks, slugs, and also tailings. In terms of market acceptability,
so in terms of market, there are already some ventures using mining waste to make bricks, but they have to use cement. There are some other ventures that use textile waste, and they also have to use chemicals for the binders. So there is already a market for this, like there is a market that is showing interest in this kind of products, but we are the first one that combine 2 waste streams, and that we are making a 100% base material. So the market is there already.
All right, thank you.
So how textile material are sorted before use so that they work? Okay, how the textile material are sorted before use so that it works, or they works in the final product?
Thank you for your question. It's very relevant as textile has a great variety of different fibers. We have cotton, for example, natural fibers. We have polyester, a lot of synthetic fibers, and they are all mixed together. So it's a great challenge to sort and to recycle this textile. Actually, only 1% of textile worldwide is recycled, and that's because it's very difficult to do so, but also because, for example, we are partnering with different companies, and one, HSR Trading, for example, we went to visit in Portugal. They are doing this, they are sorting, but it's very time extensive, time consuming, manual, so it's very difficult. They separate for quality, for composition, and most of the textile that they get, they cannot really recycle, so they ship it to other countries in Asia, in Africa, and this is a very big social burden and environmental burden. So we want to solve this problem by taking this waste stream that actually goes to landfill or that has no use, and the composition is very well mixed. So we don't really focus on the sorting because we want to have a composition that is reflecting the reality of this incredibly difficult mix of different fibers that we are using in our material.
Thank you. The insulation properties of your bricks are excellent, but the compressive strength is very much on the low side, which obviously will cut certain amount of potential customers. What is your primary customer group that you would start with your business?
Thank you very much. So our target is for non-load bearing structures, and the compressive strength according to the European regulation is about 2.5, and our results in our first prototype was about 2.9, almost 3. And the in terms of the compressive strength, we do meet the target and we are above the requirement. So we are very confident our product can work properly in for non-load bearing structures. And we have to emphasize on the flexural as well. The flexural strength is 0.9 according to regulations, but our flexural strength is above the minimum according to the regulations. So we are very confident that we are compliant and our product can work as specified.
Just to add briefly, we're also focusing a lot on the insulation itself, as we want to diversify our production, and with a higher amount of textiles in it, produce, for example, panels for acoustic and thermal insulations. So that's a very interesting market as well. And as my colleague mentioned, the non-loading structural bricks as well, complying with the regulation already.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, that was Team Kaabricks. And now the stage is up for the last team, RecyGeo. And before that, we will learn about Zero Mine, which is the group's newest circular economy venture.
Humanity is facing a critical challenge. The world is electrifying at an accelerating rate, which exponentially increases the demand for rare metals. In ensuring the sufficient availability of metals, efficient recycling is not an option. It is a necessity.
Zero Mine is bringing to the market a hydrometallurgical process that enables recovery of rare earth elements in an environmentally and also efficient way.
Printed circuit boards contain different kind of metals, re-elements and other valuable materials.
What it means that in practice we are recovering metal from materials once mined, utilized, discarded. And this is the way we are making a sustainable and lasting solution on alternative for conventional mining.
In our patented process, printed circuit boards are pre-treated and hydrometallurgically processed. We are able to separate gold, silver, palladium, copper and other rare earth elements.
We are in many respects better than conventional. For one thing that we are recovering rare earth elements, but also our carbon footprint is much less, we use much less energy, and also recovery rates are much better compared to those conventional methods. We have two partners, Alva and Elker. Alva is founded in Jyväskylä, former Jyväskylä Energy, and then Elker is the company providing that, collecting all this electronic waste in Finland. And the good work has been done in University of Jyväskylä, and they have jointly actually developed together with Alva, and they needed a partner. Tapojärvi is bringing to the table experiences what we have collected over the years when we have been treating slags in Tornio and as well as in Italy, and also we have been working with mines, so we have a lot of expertise in operational way. We are currently at the planning phase, and the target is that we will finish the planning during sometime next year, and then it is time to start building this pre-commercial plant, and it will take about a year and a half. So by end of 28, beginning of 29, we will be ready to start up the pre-commercial plant.
In the first pilot plant, we are expecting some challenges, but we are hopeful to find solutions to problems that might arise in the process.
Then of course we analyze the situation, and then we are actually start planning the next phase. Would be constructing a bigger unit, somewhere in Europe, it could be in Finland, it could be an investment of 40 to 50 million euros. So that there are two ways actually to move forward. One way is to expand it, to have other kind of waste streams, or to focus on these printed circuit boards, what we are doing now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and to everyone watching us through the live stream today. What if one solution can tackle two global problems? Imagine we're transforming waste from one of the world's biggest industries into a coating that can make our homes safer and the planet cleaner. That's where RecyGeo, the smart coat for a greener future, comes in. Each year, the pulp industry generates 11 million tons of inorganic wastes, also known as green liquor dregs, lime mud, and slaker grits. These residues are highly alkaline and are rich in calcium, making them very difficult to reuse and recycle. As such, businesses often just landfill these or incinerate them, costing businesses money and generating more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Meanwhile, the world is burning. Each year, we are reaching higher temperature thresholds, and more wildfires are threatening our homes and our communities. So what if these two solutions can help solve each other? That's where our solution comes in, RecyGeo, the smart coat for a greener future. We have designed it to be thermal insulating and has fire resistance, and is made up of up to 80% of industry byproducts from the mining and the pulp industry. Additionally, we have designed it to be a just add water formula, making it easy to transport, mix, and to apply. RecyGeo not only solves industry pains, but also exceeds them. It has a fire resistance up to 1,000 degrees Celsius, is safe when it comes to burning, and is durable against moisture, chemicals, and erosion. But this is not what makes RecyGeo unique. What makes it unique is its ability to absorb carbon dioxide during geopolymerization, diverting of waste from landfills, and finally, its ability to absorb carbon dioxide during the use phase of its product life cycle. In this slide, you have a quick glimpse of how we made it from the laboratory up until molding and curing. And our prototypes have shown very promising results with thermal conductivity as low as 0.06 watts per meter Kelvin, already comparable to commercially available insulating foams. Additionally, our FTIR spectra data has confirmed geopolymerization and carbonation, confirming that the material is able to actively bind carbon dioxide into its matrix during the formation process. We stand out against the competition because RecyGeo is eco-designed, it's affordable, and has good thermal and mechanical properties. Additionally, our life cycle analysis have shown that RecyGeo emits far less carbon dioxide than most of the competitors in the market, and emits far, far less carbon dioxide than if we just landfill GLD. So who are we selling to? Our primary consumers will be construction companies focused on sustainable housing, climate-resilient buildings, and are expected to be the early adopters of our technology. Our secondary customers might be you who are watching the live stream today, and people who are located in wildfire-prone areas. Our production cost is around 12 euros and 7 cents per kilogram. And we're expected to sell this to B2B and B2C market segments at a return of investment of 38% and 42% respectively. However, to make this all possible, we have estimated a need for 25,300 euros for pilot production. However, we have a big room to grow, as the European building coatings market is valued at $39.4 billion and is growing at 5% annually. So in this roadmap, we're currently just at the start. We're currently prototyping and testing. However, our next steps are very clear. By early next year, we aim to finish our prototyping, as well as to begin plans for pilot production, as well as for certification. And by 2035, we aim to have a revenue of 44 million euros with a margin of 33%. Behind this innovation is an international team from the Advanced Materials and Recycling Program, all together here because of our passion for circular economy. So why say yes to RecyGeo? RecyGeo is affordable, it is eco-designed, it is safe, environmentally friendly, and has good mechanical and thermal properties. Saying yes to RecyGeo is saying yes to circular economy and climate action for a greener future. Thank you for listening. That was RecyGeo, the smart code for a greener future.
I would also like to thank RecyGeo team for an interesting presentation for the coating of the future. My question is, what is CO emission reduction and capture based on?
Thank you for the question. Actually, we have three mechanisms. The first is during the production, due to the high alkaline structure of the geopolymer, can absorb the carbon dioxide and then convert into the carbonites. And the second is during the use phase. And thanks to the GLD that contains calcium or the magnesium, the phases that can develop the production of the carbonates in the structure. And we also saw in the FTIR result that my colleague showed, there was a carbonation in the FTIR result, in the structure. And the third one is we use the GLD that is mostly landfilling, or they use the cover as a to landfilling area. So we assess these using the IPCC the method, and they emission loss of the carbon dioxide. Where we use this GLD as a raw material in production, so it's also reduced the carbon dioxide emissions.
Thank you. On the roadmap moving forward, what you presented just a while ago, you will surely facing some permitting issues when using industrial waste streams. And another issue is that the product you are generating, you need to convince the authorities as well. So how would you tackle these issues?
Yes, so thank you for the question. About this, we have actually looked for it, and there are some certifications we are willing to obtain as the LEED and the BREEAM for sustainable market industries, as well as the CE for construction products regulations. And we are sure we can obtain those because there are some literature that demonstrates that the leaching levels of the GLD are safe to use since those get trapped into the geopolymer matrix. And also the mechanical properties that we need are more flexible since we are not aiming for a main structural component.
Okay, thank you.
Well, your insulation innovation made from pulp and paper industry waste is an exciting idea with strong sustainable potential. However, commercialization in the building materials sector can be very demanding. How do you plan to address challenges related to large-scale production, certification for fire and thermal performance, and convincing builders or homeowners to adopt a non-traditional applied insulation material?
Okay, so thank you for your question. So for the first one, this is certification. I think my friend just mentioned before, so we can apply for the LEED and the BREEAM certification in Europe, and we believe that we can get that. And for the how to convince the market out there, so I think because basically our target customers are the building companies and the house owners that focus on sustainability, circular economy, and the green transition. So at the beginning, we will focus on that group first before expanding to another group. And when we can have the certification, so we can combine this with our unique selling point, like affordable, CO2 absorption, high performance. So at that time, we can convince the market in Europe. Because in Europe, European commissions and citizens really take care of the environment. So this is the way we can grow and we can take our own market. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that was it for teams. Maybe let's give them another warm round of applause. So yeah, so today we saw that innovation in this field is very much linked to and enabled by technology. And this is what we're going to hear about with the Tapojärvi technology team.
Tapojärvi on 70 vuotta vanha yritys. Se, että miksi me pystytään näin laajalla skaalalla toimimaan, juontaa varmaan sinne, milloin se kulttuuri on luotu.
Teknologiaosasto koostuu meistä kunnossapitohenkilöstöstä ja hankintapuolen henkilöstöstä ja sitten on lisäksi vielä näitä moniosaajia, jotka tekee sitten kunnossapitotyötä että hankintaa ja toimivat tukihenkilöinä meille muulle organisaatiolle.
Tapojärven teknologiaosasto on hyvin innovatiivinen ja yritetään käyttää kaikkia mahdollisia uusia teknologioita ja olemme mukana kehittämässä niitä esimerkiksi tällä hetkellä koneenäköjärjestelmiä.
Mastermind-projekti on tämmöinen EU-rahoitteinen Horizon-hankkeen alahanke. Tapojärven rooli on siinä Mastermind-hankkeessa rusnauskoneen hankkiminen ja yhteistyössä Tampereen yliopiston kanssa ja espanjalaisen yliopiston Itä-Innovan kanssa suunnitella ja toteuttaa siihen tämmöinen retrofit-muutos, missä dieselmoottori korvataan sähkömoottoreilla ja akustoilla. Toinen työpaketti on sitten näitä autonomisia. Tässä vaiheessa puhutaan nyt autonomisesta navigoinnista. Samanaikainen paikannus- ja navigointijärjestelmä, että se piirtää semmoista 3D-karttaa siitä kaivoksesta ja sitten osaa tavallaan luoda ajoreitin ja paikannuksen sen pohjalta. Siellä ei tarvitse käytännössä ohjaamossa istua edes työvaiheessakaan, että työvaihe voidaan suorittaa sitten etänä. Ja tätä myötä saadaan päästöjä alas ja turvallisuutta ylemmästä.
Koneen kehityksen tarkoituksena tai yksi mitattavia mittareitakin on energiankulutus. Meille ei oikeastaan riitä siihen koneeseen pelkkä se, että vaihdetaan käyttövoima, vaan siinä pitää kokonaisenergiankulutus myös pienentyä. Yksi mikä on iso, niin tuuletus. Tuommoinen dieselmoottori syö melkoisen määrän ilmaa, niin se, että se saadaan vaihtoa sähköiseksi, niin voi tuoda pitemmän päälle myös se säästöjä siitä. Tapojärveltä luonnistuu työlaji kuin työlaji. Me ollaan valmiita räätälöimään sitä omaa toimintaa sen tilaajan tarpeisiin, mihin urakkaan se tarvitsee sitä kalustoa.
Ogni sito ha esigenze diverse e particolari e avere un reparto di manutenzione interno permette di rispondere in modo rapido e competente. Sviluppiamo nuove soluzioni e introduciamo innovazioni. Per esempio, ultimamente abbiamo adottato su alcuni macchinari dei moderni sistemi di diagnostica come l'analisi vibrazionale da remoto e l'analisi chimica dei lubrificanti che hanno migliorato l'efficienza e ridotto i fermi macchina. Le nostre macchine usano sistemi di gestione avanzati, controlli da remoto, automazione e in alcuni casi anche l'intelligenza artificiale.
Tämä data, mitä me kerätään kunnossapiossa, niin sillähän seurataan kulutusta, seisonta-aikoja, käyttöprosenttia, konetunteja. Tällä lisätään työtehoa. Sitten samalla lisätään myös sitä turvallisuutta, koska siitä poistuisi niin sanotusti se hoppu. Eli ennakoivaa kunnossapitoa kun harrastetaan, niin sillä pyritään turvaamaan sitten se, että se kone on tuotannossa mahdollisimman pitkä. Eli läpimenoajat olisi lyhyitä.
Ennakoiva huolto vaikuttaa minun työtehtäviin sillä tavalla, että se vähentää sitä montussa tehtävää korjaustyöskentelyä, että saadaan kalusto hallille huolettavaksi eikä tarvitse mennä sinne alueelle, missä on muutakin liikennettä, eli se lisää meidän omaa työturvallisuutta. Ja sen lisäksi nämä kaikki kunnostukset ja ennaltaehkäisevät korjaukset auttaa siihen, että ei tule sitten semmoisia yllätyksiä. Silloin kun itse toimin operaattorina, niin uusi kalusto näkyy sillä, että sitten kun tuli näitä uusia kaikkia järjestelmiä, millä näkee muut työkaverit, missä ne on, ja GPS-laitteet ja tämmöiset, niin se helpotti tästä se omaa työskentelyä. Ja sitten se, että kun on parempi kalusto, millä toimitaan, niin se ergonomia on parempi ja se ei väsytäkään niin paljon. Se virkistää työntekoa.
Tuotanto hyötyy sitä uudesta teknologiasta. Laitteet pysyvät tehokkaassa tuotantokäytössä ja siinä tuottavassa työssä. Ja teknologialla on iso rooli tällä alalla, että investointipainotteinen ja myöskin asiakkaat edellyttää modernia kalustoa ja pyritään jatkuvasti parantamaan omaa toimintaa ja kehittämään sitä eteenpäin.
Se, että meillä on tämmöinen itsenäinen ylläpito ja kunnossapito
kun me pystytään hallinnoimaan ja toimintaa, niin henkilöstöä kuin laitteita, me voidaan kehittää sitä toimintaa, kun se on meidän oman toiminnan alla, mikä on laatu ja sen hinta. Tämä vertaillaan käytännössä koko ajan.
So after all of this, it's now time for the decisive moments. It's time to vote. So there's one thing I didn't talk about yet is the prize pool, which is very generous, let's say. There is 16,000 euro to be shared today. So the fourth position team is going to receive 1,000 euro. So will the third position team. Team number 2 is going to receive 2,000 euros, and the winning team will receive a 10,000 euro award. But the public has its role to play, as I said, and there is a 2,000 euro award also for the public choice. And so for that, you're going to get voting instruction online and a short recap of the team performance. You have only 4 minutes to vote, so be quick. And for the people in the room, you can scan the QR code behind me. And before we come back with the results, there is a very talented person that joined me here on stage, Jukka Laminen, that's going to perform for us.
feel my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can tell where my journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I am too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. Well, that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know that I was lost. I tried to carry the weight of the world, but I only have two hands. Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. I wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone, and love is the prize. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I've been finding myself, and I didn't know that I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know that I was lost. Paljon onnea myös Tapojärvi. Congratulations to Tapojärvi. Okei, mennään vielä yksi biisi. Yksi kappale sieltä tuli. Ohjaajalta ilmoitus, että vielä yksi. Mennään tästä kappale nimeltä Umbrella. You have my heart, I will never be a worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you still be my star. Baby, 'cause in the dark you can't see a shiny cars. That's when you need me there. With you I'll always share. Because when the sun shines, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath I'm sticking out till the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, under my umbrella. These fancy things will never come in between. You're part of my entity, here for infinity. When the war has took its part, when the world has dealt its cards, if the hand is hard, together we'll mend your heart. Because when the sun shines, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. took an oath I'm sticking out till the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. You can run into my arms. It's okay, don't be alarmed. Come here to me. There's no distance in between our love. Go on, let the rain pour. I'll be all you needed, more, more, more. When the sun shines, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath I'm sticking out till the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, under my umbrella. Under my umbrella. Under my umbrella.
Thank you, Juka. So now the voting is closed, the results are set, and I will invite the CEO of Tapojärvi on stage with me to give the awards. So, Marie, Tapojärvi celebrates not only today's winner, but also a 70-year journey. Over that time, the company has grown from a one-man operation into an international group. How does it feel to reward today's innovators who continue the same legacy of renewal what your grandfather began?
Okay, Simon, I have to tell you a background story. I have never been a fangirl of anything growing up, no boy bands, nothing. So I'm really lucky to have heroes in my life. My grandfather was one of them, and also the owners of Tapojärvi. Their innovative and bold view on life and view on this business is truly amazing. So I see that the students who are here today have the similar mindset. So to come to my conclusion, I'm really happy to be here, and also I think that, and I'm also very proud of how all of us ended up here today.
So now the teams can join us on stage for the moment of truth. Come on, we can maybe give them one last big round of applause. Yeah, I know what they must think now. It's the pressure moments, although the work has been done already. Okay, so does everyone find room on the stage? Perfect. So we said fourth place was €1,000, third place was €1,000. We're going to start giving out the Public's Choice Award. Roll of drum. The winning team for the Public's Choice is Team Echro. Right here. Okay. Congratulations, Team Echro. First prize, maybe more to come. Let's see. Okay, so now going to the ranking, the jury set. We're gonna award the second position, so silver medal. Let's see. So in second position, a bit more suspense. It's Team RecyGeo. Good job, guys. Right there. Okay, So now let's get to the serious topic. Who is going to be the 2025 Tapojärvi Innovation Challenge winner? It is going to be Team GeoCura. Congratulations, guys. Congrats. So yeah, today we've witnessed how the future of circular economy is built on young talents, collaboration, and innovation. Tapojärvi would like to thank all participants, the jury, EIT Raw Materials, and you, our audience, for making this day truly meaningful. And we've heard today, a carbon neutral future is not built by words, but by action. So thank you for being part of the Tapojärvi Innovation Challenge 2025. See you again at the next great innovation.